What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It has been a hot second. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that your summer is wonderful. This video is a little, it's kind of a message to myself and it's kind of a message to other people. But basically, I am not in my house, if you can see by the background. I am in a house here in West Virginia. So I'm currently on vacation. We have made it to Tennessee and North Carolina before this. This is our third stop, I believe. And it is a vacation that definitely has had an impact on me personally, because I don't know about you all, but vacation is so relaxing, but it also opens up a lot of doors that you wouldn't normally open at home. So that's fun. And of course it's I don't know if it's super early in the morning, but there's not a clock in there. I don't know why I'm looking back there, but it's relatively early in the morning. So of course we have to have our coffee in this cute little coffee mug. This is about my third cup for today. And that's where we're at here on vacation, because it's vacation. Nobody can tell me that I have a limit on coffee. So that's fun. Just thinking about it, I have been on summer vacation since literally April 30th. April 30th. I have not gone to college since April 30th. That was our last day. So for those of you who don't know, I stayed on campus for my second semester of my first year. And let me tell you, that was an experience. I did not have a roommate, so I had the room to myself. Definitely had noisy neighbors, but I got the room all to myself. I figured out how to live on my own. I figured out how to manage groceries and a budget and all this kind of stuff. And it was very exciting, let me tell you, because I'm a very independent woman and I want to do anything I want, and I'm very capable of doing that. But I've been off since April 30th. So I've had a month to go about my summer vacay and move back home, put everything away, reorganize, and try to get in a summer routine, which, let me tell you, that has been good and bad. It's been hard to stick with just because of it's summer and who needs to have a routine before summer. But for me, I think it's very healthy. And it's something I have wanted to do for a while. And not only that, but a big turning point for me was I can live on my own in college and make a routine for myself. I can also possibly do that at home. And during the summer to better myself for next semester, which I am living full-time on campus, and I am so excited for that. I'm living both semesters on campus, which I have dreamed about for my first year. So I'm currently working my two jobs in order to fund that. And I am so excited to be able to live full-time with my best friend and experience the college lifestyle with everything, and get more involved and do more things, see more things, make new friends, all that kind of thing. It sounds very cliche, I know, but I am very excited for that. So without further ado, there's a few things that I would like to address about this vacation. So let us get right into it. Coffee is extra good right now. Before I left for vacation, I received 2 books from my mom, and they were left on my desk, and I brought them along. Let me tell you, I am feeling the age process of what, I don't even know how to describe it, but for references, I am 19 years old. So in about 6-7 months, if I'm correct, I'm going to be turning the big 2-0. And the big 2-0 is, I think that's what they call it. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. I am not 100% sure, but to me it's the big 2-0 because why not? But I'm going to be turning 20, which is the start of a real adult life. I think a lot of people are like, oh, 18's the big old adult, you know, kind of thing. You're a legal adult, yes, but you still are, you know, it's not exactly the same as turning 20, which scares me so bad. Even though when I was younger, I was like, I want to be a year older, I want to be wiser, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be turning freaking 20, and it is hitting on this vacation. Let me tell you, it is hitting hard. And I think it's a process of growing up. I think it's normal. But me personally, I don't feel anywhere prepared. And if you feel me, you totally understand what I'm saying. But it's like I am entering into adulthood officially. And it's not something where I can be like, oh, my mom and dad are doing this, you know, that kind of thing. Or, you know, I can't really do this on my own anymore. No. To me, that's not it. So I am freaked out about just the whole age thing. And a lot of people say age is just a number, which, I mean, I guess if you go along with that saying. For me, it's like I'm adulting. I can't go back after 20. Once I hit 20, then it's going to be 21. Then it's going to be 22. And then, you know, like in that mindset. And it's like, then it's 30. Then it's 40. Then it's 50. So I personally did not feel any readiness for that. So that is definitely hitting a little too hard. And then, of course, with this summer routine, I made it a goal because in college, when I was there, I had a really healthy routine of working out, eating healthy. Let me tell you, the breakfasts. I did journaling. I took care of my mental health. I was able to go to the library. I was able to have my Starbucks in the morning. Like, I had a wonderful routine that I wanted to stick to even here in the summer. That didn't really happen. Yeah. I made it a goal to go to the gym and work out this summer. And let me tell you, I was on a really good trajectory for about, I think, the start of May. The first 3 weeks was when it was really in its prime. After that, things went downhill, and I did not stick with a healthy routine. But it was just so much unmotivation, and I think it's normal. I mean, I struggle with mental health illnesses, and it was really hard to be diagnosed with another one just before college ended. So I think that's partially what it was, or at least contributing. But I didn't do as well as I thought, and I stopped going to the gym, and I have been in a rut for a very long time. I have been in a rut from that third week, the end of that third week, until now. I have not gone to the gym since then. Then we went on vacation. I was like, I am praying to God that He opens my eyes to see why this is happening and what is going on and how I can get out of this rut. Because, you know, I was like, vacation, you get to relax. I get to have a few weeks off and stuff like that. And then maybe I'll feel better afterwards. My job has been really stressful with Wendy's, which is a fast food restaurant, and you have to work fast. So my body has definitely took a toll, and I was not performing well physically. My back gave out, I think, one night, and I had to sit down for like the rest of the night, which was not good. So this vacation, let me tell you, was definitely needed. But it also opened my eyes up to a lot of things that personally and internally that I was struggling with and that I needed to get a hold on. And a lot of it was fear-based, which is hard to deal with. Fear is a huge aspect of why I don't do a lot of the things I do. Because it's just scary. Like, you go to the gym and you're like, are you gonna be judged? Are you gonna be like, are people gonna be staring at you? Like, all these things. And I know it's like, just go, just do it. It doesn't matter. But at this point in my life, there was a lot of fear overtaking, which I think is why I didn't perform as well as I did. And I just needed a rest. And it's really hard to get out of a depression rut sometimes when you're just unmotivated. You don't want to get out of bed. It's too tiring. Your body just physically can't get up. That's hard to deal with. It's really hard to deal with. That is what I was experiencing. And I mean, I don't know. My mom and dad are very good at getting out of ruts, let me tell you. My dad, he experiences a lot of this, and he told me that it's okay to have, these episodes or these moments or periods of time to just kind of discover what's going on and that kind of thing. But the main thing is you have to pick yourself up after it. And that is, for me, it's hard to pick myself back up after sitting in that hole for a long, long time. But on this vacation, I was forced to face those things. I was forced to face my fears. I was forced to face what was going on, why I wasn't motivated, and why I didn't want to do things and that kind of thing. And I still don't know exactly what it is. I know it's fear-based. I guarantee you I know it is fear-based. But I think it's also a thing with I'm turning 20. I feel like as a kid, I've always been, I have to have a certain life path. I have to have a certain routine. I have to have certain friends, certain social media, I have to be at a certain point, to be considered a successful 20-year-old woman. And that's hard when you have that expectation on you a lot of the time. But I think it's just, I feel like I need to be doing these things that personally don't include myself or my body, what's best for that. But I'm hoping to get back into that when I come home, because I think vacation opens, I don't know if it's like this for anybody else, but you deal with stuff at home, you go away, you're forced to face those kind of things. You're forced to face what's going on personally, inside the home, outside the home, like all these little things that have, you've ignored because you keep going about your job or your day, or hanging out with your friends or anything. You're forced to face those things when you go on vacation. And I don't think I've understood the reason of vacation. Not only is it to relax, but it's to get in tune with who you are. It's getting in tune with what have I been feeling the past year, the past month, the past week. In that aspect, you have to look at those things. You have to be aware of those, and you're forced to look at them, even if you try to push them down, which I tried. It did not work. I don't think it's just with turning 20. I think it's just mental and emotional kind of things that are going on, which I haven't got to the bottom yet, obviously, except fear. But I will share with you some books that have helped me and some strategies that have helped me, and what I have seen pattern-wise along the way. And hopefully we can get back on track, because that would be nice. Like I said earlier, my mom left 2 books on my desk, and she said, take these on vacation with you. And I said, okay, fine. The first book that I just recently finished, it was so freaking good, was this book right here on adulting. It is called Welcome to Adulting, Navigating Faith, Friendship, Finances, and the Future. And it's by Jonathan Pokluda? I don't know if I'm saying that right. This man is a genius. Literally, he describes everything that adults should look at in their lives. And the funny part is he actually, he says he did not do the best at all in his young adult years. Like, he went down the wrong path, hung out with the wrong people, did all that kind of stuff, and was lost for a while. And he turned his life to God and was able to figure out the key things that he should have done beforehand. And he wrote this book. He specifically says he wrote it so he could help young adults not go through what he went through and ways to avoid that and everything. So he covers the whole spectrum of everything. He covers from just figuring out who you are to what you want to look back on and see in your life that you are proud of, to relationships and friendships, which is really good since I am in a serious relationship. So the topic of marriage has come up quite a bit, and also finances, which is a big worry for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I always have just worried about if I'm going to make enough money, if the money is going to cover everything, if I'm short and can't pay a bill, taking out loan, like all that kind of stuff. He covers it. And the wonderful thing about this is it's not from a worldly view. And I say that in a nice way. Since I am religious, I love faith-based things because I rely on God for a lot. It runs in the family. So this has the perspective of the world, but it also has faith involved. So it's like, what does God say about this? What does he say about that? Does he say I should do this or this instead? It's just so helpful. It has reflection questions as well. So I will be excited to answer those. The next book that I have not started and I have been meaning to start, but I'm a little scared, is this book by Sam Andreades. I never know how to pronounce authors' last names. But it is 12 Questions to Make a Lasting Marriage, and it's dating with discernment. Again, it's a faith-based book. But it's a little scary. Like I said, I am in a serious relationship. I am promised at the moment. And we have been together about a year and 6 months. Yeah. So we're coming on 2 years, which is still far away, but it'll come fast. So I have been meaning to start this book just to look at what God envisioned for a relationship, a promise, an engagement, a marriage. It's a big thing. Again, it runs in the family. We all like to make sure we're doing the right thing with the right people in our lives. So who knows when I'm going to start this? I truthfully do. I'm just scared to open it for no apparent reason. So those are the books that I have yet to read. I have to read the dating one, and honestly, I would recommend it. It is so good. I'm literally going to look up this author and see what other kind of books he has, because it's so good. It's so good. Some other things are just things that I want to do when I get back home. I want to, obviously I am sitting right now in front of a camera recording this video to post on my channel, because it's a message for me and it's a message for anybody who's watching to just, it's okay to go through changes. I totally understand that. It's very hard to get out of a rut when you're feeling so unmotivated and stuff like that. And I feel like social media, it's just, you have to have this perfect routine and you have to think a certain way, and if you do this, everything will be fine, when the truth is, like, I tried thinking like that and it did not help me. Thanks, social media. But I really do think, do what you want to do, you know, that kind of thing. And I think the other thing too is, for me, social media, long story short, my old Instagram account got hacked. So I had to start a new one. So I don't really have that many followers anymore. That doesn't matter to me. Seriously, it doesn't. But I think it too, I still have my Snapchat account and I do still have some Instagram accounts. And you see the media and I look around and my classmates, I'm waiting for an apartment. I'm living somewhere else now. I just moved in with my girlfriend. All those things, like I just got a new job. I'm like, how are you all doing this? But I'm sitting here literally moping around because I'm unmotivated. Like, I don't know, just when you see that kind of stuff, when you see people moving on with their life and it's something you don't have, that is hard to look at. It's hard to look at every day. It's hard to see people moving on so quickly in their life, and that has really bothered me in some ways, because I'm like, well, I'm just here. Well, when am I going to be able to do that? When am I going to be able to get my apartment? Live on my own and do everything. When the truth is, I have realized through this vacation, that is not where I need to be right now. It's not. God has sent me here to this vacation to say, slow your life down. You will see everybody else doing that thing. You will see people move in together. You will see people get promoted to a big job. You will see people who are buying a house before you. You will see all that stuff, but you are meant to be right here because your emotional and mental state need to come first. They need to be rooted in me. They need to be taken care of, and that is your place of growth. That is where you need to grow, and you need to rely on me for, because I will get you through all the other things. You will get an apartment one day. You will get a house one day. You will get promoted to that big job. But it's just not time yet. And I think for me, it's like, you hit 20, you're supposed to have all these things, when the truth is, no, you're not. You don't need to have all those things to be considered successful by the time you're 20. It's hard to see that stuff, but it's also definitely something that isn't necessary. It's not needed. It's not, that kind of, it doesn't make your life any better. It doesn't fulfill a huge void. It doesn't fill, the typical stereotype of what you're supposed to be when you're 20. It doesn't. Like for me right now, I'm working on myself over here. I'm reading these books. I'm educating myself. I have so much that I want to do when I get home, and I've just been so scared to do because I'm fearful of what people think. I'm scared to vlog. I have been wanting to vlog and do those kinds of things because I take a passion for video making and YouTube and stuff like that. I've just been scared to do it, and I definitely think that's a big factor that I want to work on and grow from and be able to do it when I'm home. Another thing, I've always wanted to do podcasts. I know I've done a podcast with a friend in the past, and it just hasn't launched, it hasn't gone off, and that's not even the thing I'm really worried about. It just hasn't been consistent because of all the busyness. So I have personally wanted to start a podcast, so I'm relying on myself and being able to do it myself, which I do think I will be able to do. And I'm really excited to be able to do that and claim that as my personal own. I'm really looking forward to starting that podcast. It's devotional based, faith based. I really do think that has been my calling for a long time. God is calling me a lot of the time over this vacation to sit down and trust Him and read the Bible and read His Word and be reassured on those things. The 4th of July, I'm looking forward to the 4th of July because the alumni band is marching once again, which I haven't done any band stuff throughout college. Whole different story, but I'm so excited to be able to do that again and at least find a foundation of where all my identity and all that stuff started. But just find things you like to do. Find something that excites you. For me, I'm excited to go home and start all these new things. I'm excited to march in the alumni band again. I'm excited to go home and, be home in my own bed and, start this new journey after being away for a while. So that is this vacation. So I hope to be seeing you guys in the future, and I hope to be posting videos, vlogs, Q&As, whatever it is. Anyways, I hope you guys do well for this summer, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye!